Welcome to a new episode of Inside DSBU. Today we have two special guests with us. First, our colleague and teacher, Mr. Aaron Grahovac-Dres, who brings energy both to the English lessons and to the world of music in our school. And second, alongside him, one of our alumni from class 2022, Vlad Scarlat, who is here to share his journey from student at DSBU to the first steps after graduation. Together, we'll talk about what makes the DSBU experience unique, the challenges and highlights along the way, and how those moments continue to shape the future of our students. Welcome, Aaron, and welcome, Vlad. We are very excited to have you here today. First question goes to Vlad. Maybe you can tell us a bit about your first days at the DSBU and what do you remember? What stuck with you? What memories marked your way?
Well, I remember I already started here in the kindergarten, and I don't have many memories from that time as I was a little bit younger. But yeah, I remember those were the first days I actually started learning German professionally. And yeah, I have many fond memories of the school, especially of the last years with the orchestra. I learned how to play the saxophone from scratch and from the Abitur, which helped me a lot throughout my journey academically.
So you started in kindergarten, that means you were around 4 or 5 years old?
Yes.
Last kindergarten year. Preschool or already a few kindergarten years?
A few kindergarten years.
So that then you had a minimum of 14, 15 years with us?
Yes.
Okay. That's a long time to be a student at a school, and I suppose you enjoyed it if you stayed,
yes.
And you had such a success afterwards.
Thank you very much. Yes, it was wonderful, 14, 15 years.
That's nice to hear. And Aaron, what can you tell us about your first meeting with Vlad? What were your first impressions and why was he special for you?
Well, as you can see, you have a wonderful young gentleman next to me. And from the first moment, I had the impression that he was on a very high level already concerning English, and then I introduced some music bits during our lessons, and he was very open-minded and open to learn an instrument. Actually, the saxophone story was just a joke. Yeah, we started like, here's an instrument. What do you think about it? Oh, let me just try. Yeah. And you did it, and you took it as a serious moment, and out of this, things developed, and you were always open-minded and very focused, and everything I could offer, and also my colleagues, you took as a serious thing. And there we go. Now you're here in this studio, and we're talking about your school career and university career. Just great.
Yes.
So I don't know how the first years at DSBU were. Maybe they were a bit more difficult and you had a rougher time getting used to the school and maybe to the language. But as far as I understand from Aaron, after meeting him and getting into music, obviously, the time was much more easy. What were the moments or activities that you remember? Maybe also when you were bigger. What were the activities you did at the school that remained with you, that helped you in your further years?
Well, apart from the classes that were really helpful and that taught me very important skills such as critical thinking, such as self-discipline, which helped me a lot even during my university. I also remember with a smile the moments when I went to the DSBU orchestra and I firstly started playing the percussions. I did it for a couple of weeks and we both saw that, okay, yeah, maybe it's not my thing. And then Aaron proposed to me that, yeah, you should play the French horn. I was like, okay,
yes,
sounds interesting. But he also mentioned something about saxophone, and this got me intrigued. And since I knew that it had a lot of buttons and it looked interesting and you could play more notes more exactly, so there was less space to improvise, I chose the saxophone. And after a couple of months, we had our first concert as a band where we played Dark Side of the Moon album in the summer of 2021, I believe.
Yes.
And it was a really pleasant experience that marked me when all the parents and the attendees there clapped. And I almost couldn't believe that I learned a skill in such a short time.
So you really did enjoy music.
Yes.
Besides music, I understood that you also participated with some of your colleagues to an MUN debate conference, Model United Nations. Was that something that remained with you, that helped you for the schoolways?
Oh, unfortunately, we planned to participate at the MUN, but it didn't work out because of the pandemic.
Oh, okay.
And we also tried to find something to substitute it. And we also prepared for it together with Aaron, but at the end of the time, since it was in our last year, it couldn't be materialized. But it was a very good learning experience because I learned how to organize an event, how to prepare for such a big task, even though, unfortunately, due to the circumstances, it didn't take place.
Yeah, so maybe that's the end product, but as you say it, you also had the chance to practice debate in the class and to prepare for the conference. So that was helpful, I suppose.
Yeah.
And Aaron, from your point of view, why is it so important that the students in high school foremost prepare for debates? What does it help them achieve?
Well, first of all, developing language skills, including writing, speaking, listening, and working at an international school, it implies that you actually have the chance to meet other international schools, which we did. We got this offer from the Deutsche Schule Thessaloniki. It's exactly the same like the Bucharest school. And we applied there. They were very, very nice. And actually, after you've left with your Abitur to Munich, we had the chance, because COVID was over and we could meet in presence. I mean, this was our decision at that time when we were involved. We thought it doesn't make sense to take part in online sessions.
Yes.
Yeah, and this was now the chance in 2022 November when we went there with the next group. Where we could meet other students, and the German school Thessaloniki organizes the annual meeting, imitating the UN, the United Nations, and the entire thing is that it's like a role play. You take on the role of a delegate from whatever country all over the world. You work as a representative. You're supplied by students' research work with material which you have to work on, and then you have to transfer it to your country. And you present your results in a policy statement, an opening speech, and so on and so forth. So we went there and had this atmosphere of being at the United Nations organization in New York. And actually, when we went there for the first time, the German school really invited a representative from New York. Yeah, so it's a serious thing. And everything is well organized, and the students meet and they work independently, independent from teachers. They have their issues for 3 days, 12 hours working on topics, speaking, writing, thinking, developing political thinking. Yeah. So I think this was quite an attractive thing to integrate into our everyday English lessons, because the material is absolutely professional. Yeah. And ever since, I'm working on this. So I'm going with all my classes. I just offer it, and they pick it up, and they all want to go there. And yeah.
Yes, so Model United Nations is a famous, actually, form of debate
exactly.
conferences. And as far as I know, you went since 2022 with every 11th and
year
12th,
10, 11.
Year 10 and 11.
Exactly. Year 12 is a little tricky
More
because we are
difficult.
preparing the final exam, and most of the students say, well, like we decided in your time, it's time consuming, all the preparation, so let's be on the safe side and stay at home. But year 10 and year 11 really makes sense, yeah. And they all established a very high level of English skills, including history, politics, and just global issues, yeah. And it's a part of the English curriculum at the international schools.
Do you think it's helpful in preparation to the Abitur, to the German International Baccalaureate, and to the fifth exam we have, which is presentation?
Absolutely. The fifth component in the Abitur is where you stand in front of the examiners, and you have to present your results. And this debate implies this work. You train to speak in front of a group on a very high level, focused. This helps, and the amount of work you have to do as a preparation to take part in this Model United Nations implies writing skills. There's many policy statements, as they are called, and you have to read a lot. Yeah. So this is, I think, really worth working on it as a preparation for the English Abitur. Yeah.
Did you notice a difference in the English exam since you go with the students to the MUN debate in Thessaloniki?
Yes, good question. I think being an English teacher, I'm so lucky with the situation that the Romanian students already achieved a very high level of English. So it's not only root work, we can start on a very high level. And now, for instance, year 12 at the moment, they're so developed in their minds, and we can discuss very serious things. They were inspired by the last MUN conference last year, that they now want to introduce it to our school. Yeah.
How are they planning to do this?
It's just an idea. They talked to each other. They thought it could be also scheduled for our school. And apart from this, they developed political ideas for discussions. And that's amazing. Yeah, that's amazing. That's really, I think something we could experience at the Thessaloniki school.
That's great.
Yeah.
Back to Vlad, because Aaron was telling us about your Abitur. How did the Deutsches Abitur diploma help you choose your university? Did it open the way to universities? How was the process of applying? how did you experience it? Did the DIA offer you an open, let's say, diversity to choose from?
Yes.
How was it for you?
Well, since I chose the technical university in Munich, the DIA was really helpful, since it's considered the equivalent of the German Abitur. So I was treated just like a German student, meaning I didn't need to show a proof of a German level. For example, at my university, they require C2 proof for international students.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't need to do that. I didn't need to write an entry exam because the curricula was fairly similar to the one they have there. And also the experience in itself, since you mentioned the fifth Prüfungskomponente, it also helped me for future experiences at my university, since I had to do a project. For example, I did a small program which is related to music. So I combined informatics with music, and I had to present it to a commission just as someone who wants to, let's say, sell a product or present some software does. And it was a wonderful experience that still stuck to me to this day. And the process of getting the Abitur is also helpful for the future, not only the diploma itself, which by itself it's really helpful. Like, you can go to any university in Germany and you'll get almost instantly accepted by them.
Actually worldwide.
Exactly, or worldwide
you
even.
You can go wherever you want. Most of the countries, it's recognized. Yeah.
Exactly.
And especially the fifth component is a special feature for the German Abitur. It was introduced around 20 years ago to show your presentation skills. Yeah, and here is a special moment for it, where you can combine two subjects. And this was a big chance for Vlad, because he combined music and IT. And he had this on his certificate. So all universities who you applied for could see, you did IT already. And you, I mean, come on, you developed your own software. Yeah. And you performed it with the saxophone in front of the committee. And you played into a microphone, and we could see things on a screen. It was just incredible what you did. Yeah? And it was your software you developed. It could read the acoustics, transformed it into icons and...
into a note.
Into notes.
What note it was.
Did this exam help you with the application process for the university? Did it have a role that it did? You just said you did music combined with informatics.
Well, it helped me. For example, since I study informatics,
you study informatics now.
Yeah, they put
we didn't ask.
a big emphasis on maths, physics, chemistry, biology, and informatics. And since they saw the project, it actually raised my score, because they have a certain specific score. I don't remember the specifics, but they put a big emphasis, like if you have something like informatic in school or informatic as a project, you're gonna get a higher score for that. And it helped me.
And can I ask you how you made the combination from music to IT? That's not something we would say it's usual, so maybe you can...
It is actually a quite funny experience, since I tried to learn playing the saxophone by myself with the book, and of course with the help of Aaron and other people from the orchestra. And, you know, I was thinking, since it's at the beginning, it's a quite challenging instrument, and if you're unexperienced with music, you don't know if you play it right or wrong. I thought, okay, maybe if I made a software that could tell you, okay, you're playing the right note, keep on, it might help other people who might not be lucky to have a teacher like Aaron or other people who play music. Like, I specifically designed it for this, and I had this in mind.
Okay, so you designed it. Does it work with any instrument or just with a saxophone?
It should work with any instrument.
Okay.
Well, the point is that you focused on acoustic instruments.
Yes.
Yeah, and this is brand new. This is so. It's really future. The future of this software is very interesting. Yeah, because you play a note into a microphone. It says, "Well, this is the note, the exact
right note.
note." It reads like you talk to ChatGPT or something. It
something.
really helps.
So you developed a program which helps you study an instrument by yourself.
Yeah, and
learn
in a
to play an
nutshell,
instrument,
yes.
an acoustic instrument by yourself.
Yeah, it's still work in progress, however, but.
And you still work on it?
Yeah, like I still try to work on it. With university life, sometimes I don't have enough time for it. But yeah, it's a project that I actually continue working on. And I'm looking forward to expanding it, maybe to further instruments, maybe even to percussions, or recognizing musical chords and telling you, I don't know, if you want to play a scale, like, okay, do you play the right notes? And to give you like active feedback.
And not to forget, when we had this exam, I still remember the situation, because we had, and this is one moment in the German international schools, that sometimes the German examination board is participating and is sitting in the committee. And there was this gentleman from Germany. He was an IT expert, and he was in this very exam, and he was so impressed. He told me it was unbelievable that a student developed such a software. Yeah, and actually was not so much into music. He loved music, but he was, not a music teacher or someone who played an instrument. Yeah, he saw this exam, and he said, "Well, this is just brilliant." And so the feedback we got at this very moment in 2022, May, was that the German International School of Bucharest really offers a very high level of examinations and abiturs, something that's really worth something. Yeah, and there we go. We have you here.
If you just described it very passionately, maybe you can shortly, because I know it's a very technical issue, explain to our viewers a bit how the Deutsches Internationales Abitur is structured. Just mainly, what are the written possibilities and what are the oral exams?
It's pretty easy to explain. We have 5 examination subjects. German is mandatory because it's in German international school. And then you have 4 more to choose out of 10. There are some restrictions, like sports, you can't do something, but it's German. Tradition at our school is that you choose English or maths, either as the second or third. They are all written exams. And then you have 2 more oral exams. You can choose between languages, science, or social studies, and music is included there, fortunately. And the 5th component means it's a presentation, a project work. You work for a couple of weeks on it, and you should combine another subject that is not necessarily offered by the school. This is why we had the chance to focus on your interests, IT. And that's it. And you have year 11 and year 12 with 4 terms, 2 years, and all marks count. They all add up, so that, well, in your case, you were very fortunate.
To tell it shortly, the 2 years count and the final exams.
Exactly.
So it's a very complex, I would say, in the end, final note?
Complex, but also quite easy, because you just tell the students you have to work until the very end, just the week before your exam. Everything counts. And this means you can, we are talking about teenagers. Sometimes they have, let's say, a week time where they are a little tired or too much challenge, and they can catch up later on. So it all counts, and in the very end, this is regular, everyday lessons. And fifth components are extra, in addition, and they count. So in total, actually, you can gain 900 points, because everything that you do is worth a mark. Yeah. In your case, you were very fortunate. You took the chance, and you did very well throughout the 2 years, because we started together, actually, at that time. And you were so successful until the very end, very focused.
Did you find it difficult at the 11th and year 11 and year 12 and the final exams?
Well, they were a little bit difficult, and challenging in general, because as Aaron mentioned, everything counted. But in the end, they also prepare you for university, where you need to get a certain amount of credits, and all the marks are added together to form your final mark. So this system trains you for the future, in a way that, oh look, if I don't start working now and preparing myself now for what is coming, then it's not going to be as easy as if I work in time. And this mentality really helps throughout the future.
And this is actually included in the Abitur system in Germany and in the German international schools. It is said, it's a phrase, it's called in German propedeutischer Unterricht. This is preparing for, propedeutisch, wissenschaftlich. You're supposed to work like a scientist, doing research. You have to develop skills independent from others. So you're supposed to work also on your own. You have material, you have to study it, you have to produce a kind of product, and then you present it in class. It's not like that you teach the students, please take this pen and write one word, and then we correct it. No, it's always based on studies and research. Yeah. And this is the skill you need at university, otherwise you're lost. And so we start in year 11, and by the end of year 12, this should be established. So the students can start in a more easy way at the universities. Yeah.
I once heard you compare the 5th exam with a mini PhD.
Exactly.
True?
Yeah. That's the thing.
So that's indeed a very good preparation then for university.
Yes. It's very reminiscent of presenting a thesis or presenting something you have to do at a seminar or at the practicum, because you basically have to summarize all your findings, and you have to present it. You have to find a way to present it in an attractive and interacting way to the public, so that they see, oh, so you did this, but why did you do this? And if you can answer these questions, it's going to be easier for you in university and probably even in career.
That's very good to hear. One final question regarding the DIA. If you said that English is, after German, usually one of the subjects the students choose. If they choose a subject and, let's say, are in a higher mark level, what international recognized level does this exam? So if we say we don't have the Cambridge, but we have the English in the exam, it's a C1, a C2, what would be the equivalent of the exam?
It's related to the so-called GER, the German.
Standard, probably.
Yes,
General standard.
General standard. General standard of language. It's a frame set by the European, by a certain European Commission, focusing on education level, and English is recognized when you pass as, I think it's C2 level. Yeah, so you can immediately enter any English-speaking university. Yeah, whether it's London, or many students even go to London. Or we now had one student going to America. There was no language entry test necessary. Yeah, he could just show his German international Abitur, and there's a small phrase saying this has to be recognized. So I think the German International Abitur we offer at our Bucharest school is really worth something. It gives so many chances to the students worldwide.
Thank you. I see your relationship didn't slow down after Vlad left school. I see you're still in contact, true?
Exactly.
Did it change?
No, the only thing that has changed, we are not at the same institution and very, very busy. So it's hard to meet in private.
But we still communicate.
Exactly.
As often as we can, even about music, even about the program we mentioned.
And the last time you sent me a text message saying I have to come to the Oktoberfest. So unfortunately, I was so busy in the beginning of October.
Yeah.
Next time.
That's very nice to hear. How would each of you describe DSBU with one word or two?
It's
one word to describe your former school.
One word.
Familiar, or how should I put it? I guess it's like in the family home, you get prepared for life.
Yeah. I have to agree. But same.
Yeah, I couldn't describe it in one word, but
it was very descriptive anyway. Yeah. And Aaron, you concur?
No, I absolutely share this idea of being a big family. The school grew. We are now much bigger in 2022. And but it's very intense. It is 7 days a week. We are all together, staff, the entire staff, administration, all teachers and the students of, living their life at school. It's very intense and very nice.
And obviously a very good preparation for the future.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like professional would also be a word that would describe the school, of course.
Yeah.
The Abitur with the classes, with the extracurricular activities.
Exactly.
So, Vlad, you think the school prepared you for university life? How is university life? Is it good?
Well, it's actually good. Like, in general, even family members told me, like, oh, yeah, you got used to Germany so quickly. And I was like, yeah, of course. I went to German school for 14 years, from kindergarten on. And you get the German mentality if you go to the school. You learn it from the teacher. You learn the German values, besides only knowing the language. And if you have this basis, it's easier for you to go to a German-speaking country such as Germany or Austria. And even in university, like, I had people who were shocked that, oh, you know this about Germany. I couldn't have figured out that you were foreign. And I told them, no, but I went to German international school there. This is why I know. these aspects.
Why are you saying this? It's also very interesting that we meet from several areas in Germany. Yeah, we have people from Berlin, we have people from Baden-Württemberg. I come from the north, and we are all there and bring some cultural aspects to the students, which normally, if let's say I'm coming from Berlin, you get stuck in this Berlin style, yeah. And you're not meeting people from Baden-Württemberg necessarily, yeah? And here we have it, and that's very, very nice. Yeah.
So besides being international, we are also immersed in whole Germany and not just in the city where the school would be. That's very nice to hear. Thank you so much to both of you for taking part in our today podcasts. We would wrap this episode of Inside DSBU here. Again, a warm thank you to Mr. Aaron Grahovac-Dres and to Vlad Scarlat for taking part in and sharing their thoughts and stories. We wish all the luck to Vlad to finish university. We hope you enjoyed our conversation and maybe even found a bit of inspiration along the way. Stay tuned for our next episode of Inside DSBU. More voices, more experience, and more stories from our community. Until then, thank you for listening and see you soon.